self-compassion, why do people struggle to be kind to themselves?
Hey Adnan, great question. Self-compassion is a super important habit, and I love that you're asking about it. What self-compassion is simple. Treating yourself with the same kindness and care you'd give a good friend when you're struggling. Recognizing that pain, mistakes, and imperfection are part of being human, you're not alone. Being mindful of your feelings without over-identifying with them. Noticing them without judgment. 3 parts of self-compassion, quick. 1. Self-kindness versus self-judgment, soothing yourself instead of criticizing. 2. Common humanity versus isolation, remembering others suffer too, so you're not a broken outlier. 3. Mindfulness V's over-identification, holding painful thoughts with balanced awareness. Why people struggle to be kind to themselves. Habit and culture. Many of us were taught that self-criticism drives improvement. Tough love messages stick. Fear of complacency. People worry that kindness will make them lazy or lower standards. Perfectionism and identity. If your worth feels tied to achievement, admitting struggle threatens identity. Shame and stigma. Admitting you're hurting can feel like weakness, so you hide and self-blame. Lack of models. If caregivers or role models were self-critical, we copy that tone. Mental health factors. Depression, anxiety, trauma can amplify negative self-talk and make compassion hard. Simple ways to practice self-compassion. Tiny, practical steps. Name it. When you're upset, say silently, "This is a moment of suffering," to normalize it. Talk like a friend. Rephrase your inner critic into supportive friend language. Offer a soothing gesture. Put your hand over your heart, hug your own shoulders, or breathe slowly for 1 minute. Write a compassionate note to yourself, short, in present tense, like you would to a friend. Set compassion breaks, 1-2 minutes twice a day to check in and breathe with kindness. Practice self-forgiveness. List what you tell a friend in your situation and say it yourself. Quick mindful exercise, 30-60 seconds. Pause, place a hand on your chest. Breathe in for 4, out for 6. Think, "I'm having a hard time right now." Then, "May I be kind to myself in this moment." Repeat once. If you want, I can help you draft short, compassionate phrases tailored to you, or design a 2-minute audience exercise for your talk. Want that also? How do you usually talk to yourself when things go wrong, harsh or gentle?
Okay, how does self-compassion reduce stress? How can someone develop self-kindness?
Love these follow-ups, Adnan, awesome questions. Short answers first, then quick, practical steps you can use or share in your talk. How self-compassion reduces stress. The basics. Lowers the threat response. Self-compassion activates soothing systems, oxytocin, parasympathetic activity, which calm the body. You get less cortisol spike and a gentler physiological reaction to setbacks. Reduces rumination and self-criticism. Harsh inner talk prolongs stress. Kind self-talk interrupts that loop, so worries fade faster. Increases problem-focused coping. When you're less overwhelmed by shame or panic, you can think more clearly and take constructive actions. Builds resilience and emotional regulation. Emotions makes them easier to ride out. You don't escalate small problems into crisis. Strengthens social connection. Recognizing common humanity encourages reaching out for support, which buffers stress. How someone can develop self-kindness. Quick roadmap. Practical, small steps. 1. Notice the voice. Practice awareness. When upset, label the tone, "That's my critic." Just noticing reduces its power. 2. Talk like a friend. Reframe one sentence. Replace harsh line with friend speak. Example, "I messed up right arrow. That was tough. I did my best." Use warm, non-judgmental language. 3. Use mindful grounding. Short practice. 3 deep breaths, hand on heart, soft, compassionate phrase, "May I be kind to myself." Do 1-2 times daily. 4. Self-soothing gestures. Physical comfort lowers stress. Hand over heart, gentle hug, warm shower, cozy blanket. Treat yourself as you would a child or friend. 5. Write a compassionate note. 2-minute exercise. Write one paragraph to yourself from a compassionate friend's POV. Keep it short and specific. 6. Set small, doable kindness rituals. Examples: one 5-minute walk daily, a restful 10-minute break midday, or a treat you enjoy without guilt once a week. 7. Replace shoulds with choices. Swap "I should have done X" for "I chose Y" for reasons. "Next time I might try" removes blame. 8. Practice common humanity. When you struggle, remind yourself, lots of people fail at this. Normalize rather than isolate. 9. Schedule compassion breaks. Short pauses, 60-90 seconds, where you check in and offer kindness are surprisingly effective. 10. Use behavioral experiments. Try being kind to yourself for 3 days intentionally. Note differences in stress, mood, and productivity. Micro practices you can teach in a talk, 30-60 sec. 3. Breath reset. Inhale 4s, exhale 6s, hand on heart, say silently, "This is hard. May I be gentle with myself?" Reframe test. Think of a recent mistake. Say one supportive sentence aloud you tell a friend. Compassion journal. Each night write one thing you did well and one kind phrase to yourself. How to measure change, simple. Before-after self-rating. On a 1-10 scale, rate stress and self-criticism for a week while practicing. Look for lower stress and gentler self-talk. Notice behavior. More asking for help, better sleep, fewer all-or-nothing reactions. Quick tip for skeptics: kindness equals laziness. Frame it as effective caring. Self-kindness restores resources, so you actually perform better. It's not indulgence, it's smart maintenance. Want me to draft a 60-second script you can read aloud at the start of your talk for an audience compassion exercise? Also, how do you feel about trying a 3-day compassionate experiment? I can tailor it to your schedule.
How can daily, why does self compassion